Your friendly neighborhood banker here, and I am looking at Snow White Zombie Apocalypse Volume 1. So, what we are going to determine is if this is likely a potential Grail book for your collection or whether you should bail. And how do I determine this? We're going to determine this by looking at the concept, the look, the odds of getting scammed, and if you're going to fund it, what your funding strategy should be. And I'm going to use a few dating analogies if you will indulge me. So we have 35 hours to go, and so we're going to figure this out last minute if we should fund this project. So Snow White Zombie Apocalypse Volume 1, I like the name, and is described Snow White awakens to Prince Charming's kiss 28 days later. I'm sure that's a reference to the zombie movie 28 Days Later, which is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check that out. So right here we have the cover of the book, or the basic cover of the book. I like it. It's cool. Nice colors, nice lines, nice personality with each of the characters featured here. But here's the thing, just like a date, is this just a cover trap? Meaning, is it just beauty on the outside, or is there beauty on the inside? Maybe she's a gorgeous gal, but when you talk to her, you're just gonna fall asleep. We're gonna look at what she says all about herself to determine what kind of brains might be behind that beauty. We have a description here of a brutal, bloody, and badass mashup of fairy tale magic and undead horror. Again, I like the description. This is like the Kickstarter version of I like long walks on the beach. How do you describe yourself? That is important when looking at a prospective date. Project details. We want to raise funds necessary to print Snow White Zombie Apocalypse Volume 1. This is important. 150-page trade paperback. So it's a combination of the first 4 books that they already funded for Snow White Zombie Apocalypse, and there are a few other pieces of material that we get along with that. So 150 pages is pretty good as far as Kickstarter and Indiegogo and other crowdfunding campaigns go. Wow, that's really nice. Check that out. Very cool. So let's see what they say why we should support this book. Oh wait, that's really interesting. Look at this. Ron Mars is here, quoting his Snow White Zombie Apocalypse is one of those natural ideas that as a writer you smack yourself on the forehead and wonder why you didn't think of it yourself. So the fact that they have a Ron Mars quoting, this is important. Ron Mars is a very famous writer, and you can see here his credentials, Green Lantern, Silver Surfer, and so forth. Ron Mars is a really good comic storyteller. So this helps our odds of that we're not going to be getting catfish. So what is getting catfish? Catfish, for those of you not in the dating scene, is when the gorgeous picture of the blonde by the lakeside front property turns out to be an old hairy man who lives in his Bronx apartment. It is basically a swindle, a con. It is a trick. So right here, the fact that we have a known writer vouching for this project helps give me confidence that this is not a catfish situation. So why support this? There's plenty of zombie and fairy tale media out there, but you've never seen anything like Snow White Zombie Apocalypse. This isn't just survival horror. Epic fantasy romance pulls much from Bruce Lee, Neil Gaiman, as it does from J.R.R. Tolkien and George Romero. Wow, look at this art. That is pretty cool. So we do not, it seems, have a cover trap. It seems that the beauty may be on the inside as well as the outside. And look at this description here. It's a story of deep woods and old magic mixed with healthy dollop of blood, sex, and kung fu. I like that description. Here we go. We got this guy with this sword, and we have this, brutal scene right here. So there's definitely some creepy, cool stuff going on the inside of this book as well as the outside. So that gives me some confidence. And another reason this book gives me confidence, they give you a really good breakdown of the book itself and the project, which is really, really nice. And look, Obi-Wan Kenobi is apparently in this project, so that's a healthy plus. And as we go down, you'll see here, they give you a 6-page preview of the book. That gives a lot of confidence. That's telling me you are confident enough in your book that you are willing to give us 6 pages. There are some, what drives me crazy is there are some projects out there where they barely even give you 1 page, or they give you 1 page and it's like half finished. So the fact that they are giving you an opportunity to read a bit about this is really important. Having confidence in your own project is a big deal. So let's check this out, looking at the backing options. The basic backing option for this project really comes down to here. This is the $35 pledge option, where you get a signed copy of this volume. Now, for those of you who live in the United States, it looks like it's an $8 fee, which if we go to our calculator, so if it's, let's say $35 with $8, that's running us $43 total. But like I mentioned, it's about strategy. So you might be on a date and say, well, I mean, I'm not going to spend that much on the movies. This is where that comes in. Let's see, how much are we going to be spending on shipping compared to the overall project? So with $8 shipping out of a total $43 cost, remember that's $35 plus the 8 is the 43. So 18.6% of this project will be going to shipping. Now you may be asking yourself, well, you know what? That's too much. I don't want to spend that percentage. The good thing is we have funding strategy. How much do you want to spend on your first date? Well, you say to yourself, oh, I don't want to spend more than 15% on transportation for my date. Okay, well, this is how we do that. We have $8, and you don't want to spend more than 15% of the money on your project. Well, guess what? That means your overall cost has to be $53 to bring that shipping cost down, so it only represents 15% or less of your overall expenditure. So what you want to do in that case is look at the different options, and you have add-on choices here of how to get that overall project to whatever it is so that you drop your shipping costs comparatively down. You take the shipping cost and you divide that by the percentage that you want to spend on shipping, and then you have your total dollar that you need to spend in order to meet your percentage goal. Let's go back to the main thing. I like the concept. I like the look. One thing you can always do is look at the creator details and see what other projects they have had in the past. And you can see if they're successfully funded to see what your odds are of getting catfished. So honestly, this looks like a good project. I think I'm going to back this. I'm going to call this a Grail.
Thank you for the video view. But don't stop now. Watch a few. And if you like the content, please leave a comment. Do me the favor. Please let me be your neighbor. Hoodbanker.